Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Ar-Adûnâim campaign for Divide and Conquer version 5, the beta of course, and we are under attack. I had ended the turn from the last episode, and now Dunland has decided to attack us at Herat, and they bring Dunlanding Berserkers and a mix of other units, some damaged at 4 men here, and some probably at full health. But we will just defend here in Herat. I'd rather use the walls because this army is not the strongest, so, you know, we'll see how well Mr. Gimilkhad can do against such reckless wildman hate. But other things have been completed, and something I completely forgot that I did at the beginning of this campaign before I even started is I had totally forgot that I added the siege works to our faction so we could get trebuchets. So I think I'm going to work on that, honestly, because that sounds super fun to use, so we're just going to rush through the catapult maker and then the trebuchet maker over here at Gondor, as I believe it and Tharbad are the only cities where we can do that. Speaking of Tharbad, which we also just took last turn, it's been developed well for money, but we need to start converting the culture. It is 7% of us so far, but we could definitely use with more than that, so I think we'll go for this Dark Shrine. And probably just work on military and economy here, but eventually we will want this bridge. But I think I'll wait till I have about 75% anyway, just because of the Royal Knights requiring that. I mean, I guess there is a reason to get it before this. I could wait. Actually, might not. Actually, I could get it sooner because that would give us happiness. So that might not be a bad call either. But let's work on our culture first, since that's a little more important. Right here, Dunland does have a few small armies, so we will want to have a defensive force ready to meet them on the battlefield. We will fare better if we fight this first army and then deal with the second army, and we do have an army right outside Bale, so we have some busy work to do. We do have to fight Menthar here, who brings himself some warband. So Dunland is on a full western assault right here. There's not too much that we have to pull from as reinforcements, and Dunland also has some scattered guys on the western half here, but it appears that Enedwythe has expanded. So we're kind of safe, a little bit. I don't know where that navy was that Dunland did have, so we're just we're going to scout around for a minute. Doesn't look like we're going to find anything, so we're going to camp here at Gondor. And we should have some more reinforcements ready to sail up the seas. Looks like these 3 guys are pretty much ready. These 4, actually even this guy might be ready. This one doesn't have his weapon upgrade, so we might leave those foul on border guards. Although we don't really have time to wait now, do we? So let's just bring everyone upriver. It's going to take them a little bit to get up here. We also have reinforcements in Beruthil that can probably head up to Bale. We'll take all the ones that aren't giving us free upkeep and just kind of waltz them up towards the city. It looks like we'll have to fight at Bale. Let's go ahead and start this battle against Menthar. Menthar brings 1532 to our 1239, but we do have chariots and he does not have much range. He does have Dunland Slayers, which have a spear, so it's kind of risky to charge into them. And they do have Dunland Champions and Pikemen. There is a couple units of infantry, Wolf Swordsmen, and Dunlanding Raiders. And Menthar, aren't you an archer yourself? He also comes with Dunland Slayers, but maybe we can make these war wagons work. We'll give it our best shot. We will see it on the battlefield. I'm currently recording this, Thursday evening now. I recorded the Woodland Realm this morning before I went to work, and now I am back. But of course, when I record after a long day of work, I always like to get a nice cup of espresso made. I don't know what kind of beans these are. They're not the best beans, but they'll do it. They'll do it all right for tonight. I feel like coffee always tastes best in the afternoon, because you're not drinking it because you're just waking up. You're drinking it because you need that little boost of energy late in the evening. Alright, so we'll probably want Gimilkhad and his son here up in the front line. I want to get them trained up. Bandits, we will send on our left flank. Azrazair Raiders, probably somewhere on the right. We will supplement the front line with these pikemen, though. Just give ourselves a little bit of extra padding. Bandits and Azrazair are fast enough to flank, so we'll go ahead and set them up that way. And our elite will basically be in reserves wherever we need them right after. Falon Warriors, let's put you guys on the right side as well. In fact, let's put you in a group with these Azraziah Raiders. And Ar-Dûbawib, again, just a loose formation right at the front line. And Nardu-Tarik, we'll find a good spot for these guys, might be kind of tough. And then that just leaves our war wagons. We'll try to put them on the high ground here. It looks like the forces of Dunland are going to hold position right over there. I wish you could put single units in groups in this game, but it's a little bit too old for that. Otherwise I would put these chariots on group 3. Now one thing I am planning on doing is bringing back Warhammer content to the channel. I know I've spoken about it before, but I want to start doing battle replays and perhaps a campaign, maybe an Empire campaign. Just something to do casually. I gotta get off these dinosaur games, guys. Although I only play those with my friends. Currently, I'm just playing with one of my friends. We're doing a co-op campaign. I'm playing as Karl Franz, and he's playing as Teclis, and it's one of his first few games he's actually played as, in Warhammer. He's not a veteran of Total War. It's pretty new to him, but I'm helping him learn it as he goes. But he seems to be picking up pretty fast. He plays a lot of other strategy games, and he's a smart dude. Not saying you have to be smart to play Total War, but it does require a little more thinking, in my opinion. At least in the older ones, and maybe even Warhammer. I feel like in maybe Rome 2 and Attila, it's maybe a little simpler. I'm not sure. I think, is it Rome? I think it's Attila that it just comes down to making long spaghetti lines with your units to cover the entire map and just relying on heavy infantry. I think that's what the meta was in that game's multiplayer a while ago. Alright, so we're going to try to skirt around the edges. We don't want to get shot by those Dunherd Slayers, so let's pull back a little bit, hopefully avoid a volley. Looks like they are going to hit us with a volley, so we're going to try to dodge that. Probably take a couple shots, but that's okay. Now I want group 2 to probably run right over there. And if I can, I'm going to get these bandits to basically just skirt out of group 1 and start rushing the enemy here. Battle music is very intense right now. Alright, Falon Warriors, get ready for that flank. In fact, we can probably just keep walking up here. Who is vulnerable? There are some Dunherd Slayers in the back. Maybe we can get a cheeky charge on those guys. Well, I think we will just want to start sending up the entire battalion here. Everyone move up. Bandits will be the first to go. Bandits ideally tie up those Eisenmach Raiders. Or at least cover the front line here. Try to defend with those guys. And Azraziah Raiders, I want you guys just to go straight in. What are our war wagons doing? Looks like we can start to skirt them around the back here. Alright, looks like our bandits are going to get charged by Eisenmach, so let's go ahead and run into those. Nope, Dunherd Champions, I didn't notice them. I missed our charge. Alright, war wagons, it is time to go in. Bandits getting wrecked, but that's okay. We can charge in the pikemen now on the Eisenmachs. Your Nardu-Tarik, I don't know what I'll do with you yet. Well, let's just go for a charge. We're going to get countercharged by Dunlanding Warband, but that's okay. I think we took a bunch of volleys head on, but we made it through the ranks here. Let's pull out now. Oh, geez, the cavalry's coming in. Oh, no. War wagons are dead. War wagons are so dead right now. Oh, geez, that was brutal. Wasn't expecting the Eisenmach cavalry to come in like that. Yep, stay away from those, please. You are not meant to fight cavalry. I suppose they're not meant to fight cavalry. How is our army doing here? You guys are running up. War wagons keep skirting around this way. We're taking a few arrow shots, not ideal. Groomsmen are now engaged. Where is our general? He's fighting well enough. Falon Warriors, please get ready to flank and then hit those Dunherd. If we can occupy them, I'll send the cannons, not the cannons, the chariots back in. Looks like these guys, if you can actually run into those raiders, that'd be perfect. Falon Warriors are now coming in to attack the Slayers. They're not good against archers, though. They will get kind of sauced there. Fallen warriors, I need you guys to actually charge in a bit better than that. That was really sad. I know Terek are getting in onto Wolf's Pikes, which is perfect. And if we can, I'll send the chariots back in. Fallen warriors should just slaughter these Dunherd slayers, I would hope for. See, maybe we can get a nice cheeky charge onto these Eisenmach raiders. Where is our general? He's right there. Let's get you in on something else. Dunlanding pikemen versus Dunlanding pikemen is a dead matchup. They're going to charge right into the backs of the Eisenmachs. That is actually doing a lot of damage. That actually wrecked them. Okay. And now we can get our chariots right into the Dunherd slayers. Again, they have spears, so it is a little bit risky. But still better to keep us moving and charging and causing as much damage as possible into the enemy here. Go for Wolf Swordsman next, see if we can keep the charge and momentum going. Chariots doing loads of damage, hopefully. Yep, there we go. That's what I want to see. Being stuck in melee is not perfect for them. I mean, they're not the heaviest chariots, but they'll still do damage. I mean, they are taking a lot of damage, but this is fine. This is totally fine. We can work with this. Archers start shooting at those warband. I think they ran into some pikes here. We did cause a lot of disarray, though, which is great. Let's try one more charge. Just straight into the Dunlanding Wolf Swordsman here. Good thing they don't do friendly fire damage. Look at them just knocking these guys out of the way like it's nothing. You guys are getting shot a bit too much by those Dunherd. This is just a bloodbath. Balani, please get in and knock these slayers around a bit. I wish these were like the runic chariots. A little more potent would be nice. I mean, they're doing some damage. Every single charge definitely helps. Oh, but there are pikes here, so that's a little risky. Pull out, guys. Charge those Eisenmach if you can. Oh, there goes another one. Alright, the war wagons might be out of this game. But we are at least beating these warband down. War wagons, go ahead and join the last fight over there. We have anyone we can send in this way? Yeah, let's send in the Falon. For the most part, this battle's already won. You guys can just charge into these Wolf Swordsmen and get them out of here. I mean, on charge, they will do a lot of damage. But they've also exhausted themselves. There's just one big pocket of resistance right here. Ar-Adûnâim Terek are getting kind of wrecked. But here come the Falon warriors charging in. Two-handed swords ready to cut down Menthar where he stands. Hopefully cut him down. They will soon do, I hope. Let's see, what are the Nardubuib shooting? Looks like they're just firing into this. Not a bad call. There is a ton of units here. Okay, this is the last little pocket of resistance. Interesting that the Falani war wagons can actually hide. But sending in the last of the armsmen now, pushing in for shield walls to get through these Wolf's Pikes, just valiantly trying to defend. Azra Zaire, if you can get right behind, that may be useful. Our generals have fought hard and long in this battle. And the last of our Ar-Adûnâim armsmen are coming in now. I'm really glad I actually brought these guys in. Alright, let's send in the chariots to go onto this big blob of pikes here. I mean, it's bad sending chariots into pikes, but maybe this charge can do a lot of damage. Especially with all the other infantry kind of supporting the fight here. Oh, well, there goes another chariot, as I say that. Come on, chariots, keep it going. Falani war wagons, definitely not the most effective chariots. That has been proven. Probably could be buffed a little bit. Maybe a little better in melee and worse at range. I mean, I guess they're dedicated skirmish chariots, but still. It's pretty fun using them. Maybe nerf their upkeep a bit. Let's send them back in. One more charge. I mean, the disarray and the terror that they cause and the fear is definitely helping us. I'll be interested to see how many kills they have. I can't say anything yet about their true effectiveness until the end of this battle. It looks like for the most part this battle should be over. The general has been captured and a heroic victory indeed. We lost 500. But how many of those chariots healed themselves? Where are they? War wagons didn't heal anyone, but they did cause 215 casualties. Am I looking at the right one? Yeah, I am. But they did take a lot of damage. That's pretty sad for them. Only 12 remain. Maybe give them a third hit point would maybe help them be a little more survivable. It's tough to say. Fallen Warriors, though, 213 kills. Ar-Adûnâim Armsmen, 221. 192 also. The only thing that didn't do that good were the Nardu Terek at only 61, but they were fighting those pikemen like head on. We could ransom Menthar here for 1,200 gold. Wolf's Pike's worth a lot of money. Let's see. Yeah, they don't want to pay it, so no loss to us, no gain. Actually, we do have a gain, that we don't have to fight those troops again. Alright, oh, this is actually the seat of the Mordag here in Bile. Huh, neat. Anyway, our retinue expands. We got the chopping block for Lord Gimilkhad, and soon he shall have reinforcements. He'd actually be able to go fight up here against Captain Risen. We might send these war wagons up to support Gimilkhad. Maybe just get as much use of them as we can. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. We'll use Gimilkhad and fight this battle using his forces. Pretty much everyone's coming out, and we will take down Captain Risen. He just has Dunish Hunters, Dunland Raiders, Eisenbach Axemen, Horsemen, Champions, and more Pikemen, of course. So Dunland has a lot of ways to deal with these wagons and cavalry in general. So if they all die here, then they all die. We got our use out of them. You know, honestly, what are 12 going to do for us in the long run? We may as well use them in this battle and send them in first. Plus, if they die first, there's a chance that they'll heal first. Casualty replenishment, like post-battle, is determined on which units fought first. So, if you send your elites in first, they might actually replenish more. But if you send them in at the very end, each soldier's pretty much just dead. Alright, so our infantry front line is very, very weak here. Falon Border Guards, Beruthiel's Watch will send up in the front. And we'll put these crossbows right behind. We do have plenty of Kife Huntsmen, so we have an Archer Corps. And we of course have 3 Azrazire Archers over here. We'll put them on this left-hand side. Like, we might as well just keep them up like this. What's the point in spreading them out too much? And then this will be our front line with the Azrazire Savages and then Filani War Wagons right up front. Where is our enemy? Are they over here? What the heck? Alright, well, we're just going to turn to focus on them. And we'll find the best way. Honestly, the war wagons might be useful against the huntsmen. They seem to wreck those Eisenbach cavalry on the charge, so it might be a good idea to use them on the horsemen, not the huntsmen, as I just said. So we're going to run you guys up here. So yeah, I might consider doing like Warhammer Wednesdays or something on my channel. Might do a Warhammer video this weekend. I want to get into battle casting and then also do a campaign. I'll keep the version 5 content coming, but I've gotten into a good rhythm of recording time and I've really enjoyed doing this. Alright, now the only dangerous thing are those Dunhir champions, so can we skirt around them and Dunish Hunters? I feel like we're just going to get shot up as soon as we charge in. Oh, let's just give it a shot, shall we? Run in for those huntsmen, and our horsemen, I mean, and avoid the axemen. It looks like they're just going to keep running around in circles. Yeah, let's just see how well this charge actually does. Couple guys being killed by javelins there. And is it an effective strategy? It would appear that it is to an extent, but we took a lot of javelins there. And we killed about 30 of them on the charge, so not terrible. Our Dunish Hunters are going to try to slow us down. Then we'll go for another charge here on these horsemen if we can get it. Let everyone just fire at will. Come on, hit those huntsmen. The javelins are still pretty effective. They do body piercing, so there is some use to those. Let's just keep the melee happening on these horsemen. Of course, once they get caught here, they're not as effective. And they also have really bad issues trying to target cavalry. But as soon as they just start running through them, they are doing a lot of damage. So it's definitely working. We'll use our little stun there. Target those Dunland champions. You guys keep shooting at those. Can you guys get a proper charge off again on the horsemen? Or are you guys going to get killed by a horseman here? They're throwing javelins, which is interesting. Like, they keep throwing them. Oh my goodness, he just killed like 5 horsemen. Okay, so their best use might actually be the horsemen, which is really funny. All of our melee is basically engaged. And yeah, it looks like the best use on them is against horsemen. We'll try to charge into these hunters. They struggle against loose formations though, so let's pull back out. Maybe use them on... those Eisenbach Axemen are actually basically dead. If you guys shoot at those, you guys shoot at those. Go for the Axemen. They're seemingly doing okay damage. Maybe we charge into the Axemen with these. Although we're about to get swarmed. Alright, let's just test something out. Can they work against Dunlanding pikemen? The javelins coming in, piercing a few of them. It seems like it's going to cause their death, but I just want to test it out. This unit's basically done for anyway. It seems like it kind of works to an extent. Oh, no, it does not. It does not work at all. Oh, well, there goes the war wagons. I mean, to be fair, I saw this coming. Still an interesting test nonetheless. Who do we have that's actually capable in melee? We have Axemen, which are fighting Axemen. Beruthiel's Watch. Let's see here. We're going to need to get some infantry in there, aren't we? But we just don't have infantry. Himmelthon, you might need to be used in melee. At least these Ezra Zayers are getting point-blank shots on these Axemen. Decent uses there. The Dunlanding Raider's going to fight us now, but that's fine. I'll take the engagement. Our armies are so messed up right now. Himmelthon, please shut down these guys for good. Bring out those two-handed swords. Although they're more like bastard swords or hand-and-a-half swords. Dunland Border Guards intercepting the Dunish hunters. And then we just need to shut down these pikemen. How's the engagement against the Axemen doing? There's still 52 of them. Okay, let's try peeling off for a second. I guess the actual line of men that can be hit by our crossbows is pretty small. These guys are still working on hunters here. Azrair, go ahead and support those Azra Zaire. Come on, let's see those crossbow bolts fly. And doing okay damage. I think it's the accuracy that really lets them down here. Kife, if you want to shoot at those those pikemen and just get them out of here, that would definitely be preferred. Where are you guys? You guys are routing, that's good. These archers are just getting wrecked here. Let's swap them out for the other archers. At least these pikemen should be dead any moment now. They're getting a ton of arrows shot at them. Including the crossbow's about to bring another volley in. Pull out Azra Zaire. Most of these Eisenbach Axemen are dead, which is great.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Here, these Ezras here going in to flank these raiders hopefully can cause a rout to a cure. Come on, crossbows, do a bit better than that. Crossbows just have such low DPS. It's high burst damage, but very low sustained damage over time, and that is kind of their weakness. That's funny, you click on them, they say Anadwaith will be free, but free they are not at the moment. Let's go ahead and pull up these crossbows. Looks like these Dunish raiders are finally done running for the hills from which they came. Completely forgot about all these Dunish hunters up here, though, that are probably just slaughtering us at the moment. On Azrazair, looks like our Kithe huntsmen are out of ammo. We'll start to use them to fight those Dunish hunters. And hopefully crossbows and Azrazair can deal with these few Dunlanding raiders here. It's only 58, but they have good armor that they can take these shots relatively well. Here comes back shots with the crossbows. Oh yeah, they should be dead any second now. I mean, how much armor do they actually have? What is it? Only 5, so I mean, I would imagine they'd be dying a little easier than this. Such is the nature of this game. Gimilkhad, are you shooting at these archers? Yeah, you are. Hopefully you don't shoot at our raiders here. Here comes the shots. Hopefully no friendly fire. Shots coming flying. Very accurate, those Beruthiels, watch. Crossbows definitely get better with their accuracy improvements. And now begins the endless crusade into these Dunish hunters. Can we catch them, or will we just be chasing them for the rest of our life? Can these crossbows kill these Dunish pikemen? That is yet to be seen, although they should be dead. Only like, what, 14 remain? Please kill them. There we go. Go ahead and shoot them down. I think the Azrazair got into melee. Yes, they did. Perfect. I think that's all we're going to catch, though. Yeah, 90% will do. We only lost 156, but most of our soldiers were archers. Most casualties done by the war wagons, so they definitely made their use. But they actually healed everything. All 12 of them got back into the battle. Okay, that is actually great. So using them super early is probably the best way to use war wagons. Use them early, they'll die early, but they'll recover because they're the first to go down. Of course, having, what's it called? Having a general with, like, battle surgeons or traits for replenishment after a battle will, of course, help that even more. Alright, we'll go ahead and ransom these guys. They don't want to take it. And Gimilkhad, you are going to need to head right back the way you came. Can you get any mercenaries on this region? No, you can't, so you're kind of alone for a minute, but we will get a spy. I mean, I guess we have these guys to reinforce. If we need to, we can send, what's his name? Gimilzor. But actually, if they attack, if Dunland attacks us here at Tharbad, we can bring in Gimilzor to fight him from behind. So I think we'll go for that. And there's even reinforcements right here, so we can grab some bandits in this region and send them home. Go ahead and head back. What about your son? Can you get us a watchtower a little bit more? That'll work. We just need to get a watchtower over in this little corner now for maximum vision. Our relations are bad, but, you know, that's to be expected, given the nature of these things. And let's go ahead and recruit these Dunlanding horsemen. I know Elkfoot isn't really Herod, but I just want to get these guys out there. And, Ife huntsmen maybe, Dunish axemen. We'll grab more. Actually, we don't have any Mordags on the front line. We'll get those Mordags. And we could even get some better units at Londare. Let's get some more Azrazair crossbows, because Dunland does have a lot of armor. It's a good counter, and that's all of our money again, huh? Okay, well, let's go ahead and cut that turn. And we do have a bride presented for our grandson, Farazan Minwëlian. How would you even pronounce that name? I don't like that name. No, that's a gross name. As Gilead is under attack, Angmar is doing great, as they tend to do. And our relations with literally everyone is good for some reason. Alright, Rohan is declared war against Mordor. That is interesting. I mean, that's bound to happen, but it's crazy that they're not just focusing on Isengard. Mordor might be too strong at the moment. Londare, yeah, we got our recruitment done. Construction is done too. Elkfoot got its crop rotation. What are we gonna do here? Are we losing a trade port here? What's going on? Why are we down money on Elkfoot at the moment? Alright, well, we'll deal with that in a second. What do we want to get here? I think we were doing population, right? We want to turn this into a proper Numenorian city. These mines are pretty tempting, though. Could we even get any more population buildings? I guess we could get public fountains. That would help. Do public fountains, get those rolling. Vale's got a dark sanctuary. Not much else we can do there. But it will upgrade in just a handful of turns. Probably like 10 or so. Maybe 15 turns. Argond is besieged and Tharbad is besieged. So now we need to turn this attacking army away. But they can attack us if they want. I'm not worried. We're still at besieging because of Herod. Herod's the reason we're not making as much money here. It's because of the siege. That makes sense. Dunland does have this navy coming back though. But we need to get some more troops up to the front line. Let's see here. This captain, can we defend against that? 5 units of infantry and a horseman. Oh yeah, we can deal with that, so I'm not worried. These guys will need to go due north though. We'll disembark them there. And then Sacklethor will make his way back down south. You guys should probably head to this fort for now. And then Gimilzor, bring in your armsmen. And we will leave the rest with your son Pharazôn. These Nardu-Taric are really going to need some upgrades though. In fact, let's bring the Nardu-Taric and the Nardu-Buib. And we will attack Dunman right here and sandwich him at Tharbad. He is definitely not long for this world. What was the other building we finished? Didn't we? Was it Siduri? Something else finished in this area. Oh, it was that Bale thing. Maybe we can improve Londangren and get it some better buildings. Londare is improving. Bergost is actually not building anything. We could probably do something here. Devastation's pretty bad, but that should recover over time. Could go for more trade, but it might be best to get improvements at Londangren. We could make Londangren like a bow place. I'm gonna do that with Balor. I'm gonna make Balor the place that we recruit our archers. So maybe Londangren could be the place we get more infantry. Might be a good call. Maybe go for the Warlord's Halls first, and then max those. Although, actually, can we even go up? No, we can't even get the guard barracks or anything. We need population, so let's just prepare it for that, I guess, by getting the Master Mason's Hall and saving money on everything. We'll do Mason's Hall, then meeting halls and barracks there, and then focus on economy. Over here, we're going to keep defending at Herat, so yeah, I guess we'll just have to fight here at, what's it called, Tharbad. And we will just attack using Lord Gimilzor to attack Donman, and we will not allow Gimlethon to be held by the AI. Pirates of the Booty, and we will engage our enemy here, trapped between Tharbad and a bridge. Oh, Dunland, what are you doing? They're just sending in their men to die, basically. A foolish light of hope that they think that they can take back their great city, the ancient city of Athamor, otherwise known as Tharbad. In fact, always known as Tharbad. It is only known as Athamor in this version when you play as Enedwyth, but I think it's a cool name for it. Alright, so I guess we'll just have to hold the line here with our armsmen and use the Nardu-Buib to just shoot the enemy down. This actually looks really cool. I love this formation. The army is small, but it is elite. And sometimes that is all that you need. Move them up a little bit. Now, hopefully we can keep them without going over the bridge, but I think they will simply walk over the bridge. We will try to run over all of these guys, though. They need to get in. Like, very quickly. Along with these Kife Huntsmen and Ezrazyre crossbows. And Gimlethon needs to get down here, too. If we can actually coax them across the bridge, that would be perfect, because then the war wagons can just destroy them. Let's try to start shooting down. I just worry about us getting counter shot, but I don't think they have any archers that can reach us. I think we're okay here. Yeah, it's all crap mostly. I mean, Dunland units are decent enough. Actually, hey look, we're already here. Let's begin shooting at these mounted warband any second now. Ar-Gimilkhad, you need to pull up too. And I know Dubuib should be shooting any moment now. We might need to actually run up over the river. Let's get these Falon border guards right up front. They aren't really facing us though. They seem to be facing us across the river, so they might just try to attack us this way, I hope. Where are the war wagons? Let's send those guys in. Maybe we can get a cheeky kill on that general. We just sneak in just right. Oh, it's a little bit risky with all these warband here. Ar-Gimilkhad, use your war cry. Perfect. Shut down the mounted warband just before they could get to us. And alright, Gimilkhad, you're going to want to start to run above this bridge. Oh god, those archers. Why are they shooting us there? That is perfect though, the warband is already running away. A couple of these Fulani war wagons are dying, but that's to be expected. And then the infantry now. Now this is getting a little bit risky. We do not have many archers here. I'll go ahead and do another war cry. Not the best time, but hopefully... Nope, it won't stop the champions from firing at us. A man can hope, though. Hopefully we can shut down these Eisenbach axemen. I definitely want those crossbows in here. We did chase off the cavalry, so it's time to run back. Eisenbach axemen, I need you guys to die, please. They're already wavering, and they're quite literally messed up right now, so I think we might get lucky. Gimilthor's taking some damage, though. He's taking a lot of javelins here, so that's really risky. Eisenbach axemen are now routing. This is perfect. He is fighting a risky battle now, though. We might want to pull him out. He is right there, I believe. That's him with the two swords.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Now let's see if we can get our, what do you call them? Here, you guys chase those, and you guys start shooting at everything else, please. Kife Huntsman, shoot at something else. Gimilkhad, again, shoot at something else if you can. We are beating these guys, which is good. We will need to send in reinforcements, though. In fact, if we can get these war wagons just to throw javelins up at these chieftains' bodyguards or these Dunlanding raiders, that won't be a bad use of their abilities. Let's see here. Can they toss them up the hill and into the enemy? Looks like they can, and they do body pierce, so the javelins, though few, can do a lot of damage. We have beaten the Dunland champions there, which is perfect. Kife Huntsman, please shoot at these farmhand pikemen if you can. Taking some friendly fire, though. These Azra Zairs are hitting our own men. Not ideal. We've killed most of the generals, though. Alright, everyone is now engaged. Go ahead and charge these Dunlanding raiders now. A lot of damage indeed. Still a lot of farmhand pikemen here to deal with. A lot of Dunlanding raiders, but we are winning. Where are our crossbows? And what are you guys shooting at? Pikemen? That works with me. Why don't you guys shoot at these bodyguard, though? Or actually get the savages on the bodyguard. Or even, actually, if we can get our general, if we can, Gimilzor can just keep shooting down those guys, that will be perfect. Most of our archers are now focused on these farmhand pikemen, which is a good avenue of attack for us. Which is, can Gimilthor or Gimilzon, whatever his name is, I can't recall. I can never remember who's who. I think this is Gimilthor. Be nice if there was a way to check. Hopefully his crossbows can just snipe down and execute this one man here, this poor sod. Well, I think the armsmen have done enough here. If you guys want to shoot at those Dunland raiders, that will be perfect. Hopefully these crossbows can maybe shut down the general. Who are you? Stop shooting. Alright, execute him, please. We've done everything we need to here. Let's charge into the rest of their forces. I don't want anyone else firing unless it is these crossbows. Right, here we go. A point-blank volley right into the general. Should hopefully take him down. One more volley should do it. They just have so much health. Come on, guys. Reload and shoot. And he goes down. Now the rest of the army should follow suit. Dunland Shaxmen are wavering. Do we have any more war cries? No, we used them all. It is one-time use only. Axemen fighting Dunland raiders. I always like the Dunland raiders. They're basically pretty much equivalent to Erebor axemen. A little bit weaker, I think, in terms of defense, but I've always liked them. They're a very solid unit. And I do enjoy solid, cheap, cost-effective units like these. Come on, keep cutting them down. I've done a few Reforged battles, and when I played as Isengard, I like to use about 4 of the Dunland infantry, like, if I can, just because they're... I mean, they're not, like, a super amazing, but they're cost-effective, I feel. I mean, you got quite a few options as Isengard, but it's loreful, too, to have them fighting alongside Isengard, so I like that. Come on, keep cutting them down. Every last raider must go down. They must learn that they cannot fight us. This on ×6. Alright, we'll go ahead and end that now. 111 lost to 1,360. Looks like Narduwib claimed 209 kills themselves. Great archers indeed. And thankfully Gimel, one of our guys didn't die, neither did the other, the armsman. Okay, there's Gimilkhad. I remember Gimilkhad. And then there's Gimilthor and Gimilzigar, right? Or is it Gimilthon and Gimilthor? See, I can never remember their names. I can never remember who is who because they're so similar. Alright. Ransom these guys off. It got rejected. Okay, Gimilzor is the guy with the sword and shield. He is the armsman. And Gimilthon is the crossbowman. Were it so easy, though. Were it so easy. Right, our reinforcements are getting closer, which is nice. Herod will be the next to have to defend itself. And we could probably get one more unit out, can't we? See, let's get these... Do we want more halberds, or do we want some Azrazire warriors? Actually, we have all these units down here just hanging out. We could go for cheap units. We could get footmen, but the footmen aren't... Actually, we are fighting a lot of, what do you call them? A lot of horsemen, so footmen might be a good call. Interesting that Falon border guards are cheaper in cost, upkeep, and they have the same base stats with more men, but they sacrifice armor for defensive skill. So I kind of find these guys to be better, and they move fast, so... I kind of consider these Falon border guards to be better than the footmen. So yeah, we'll just get one more of those. They're definitely, like, making themselves, you know, their names have been known in this campaign. Do we have any missions? Yes, we must get a trade agreement with Dorwinion, who is literally right there. So we'll send him there. Hello, Monkey. Monkey. I'm having too much fun with that. Alright guys, and it looks like the siege for Herod has begun. And they have quite a few Dunland berserkers. Can Gimilkhad show his guts today and defend this settlement with very limited units? We shall see. Let us load this battle. It's roughly even though. I mean, we do have the walls and the advantage of a wildman settlement. I did actually make a mention about the settlement structures to... Well, it was in general in our beta discussion post, but I believe it was either Hummingbird or Lynx, or I forget who actually had mentioned it, but I had mentioned how these settlements are really fun to attack and defend, and there's a lot of open space and variety. I mentioned how it would be cool if some of the Numenorian cities kind of had this expanse also, where you can have multiple avenues to attack, wider open areas like this, and even areas like this. Like if you get a siege weapon like these ballista up here, it's actually pretty nice. So we're gonna try that. Although problem is still positioning them. But if you can't get them up here, it'll work very well, especially for like catapults. If they have only 2 or 3, you should be able just to put them right into this little area here. Trebuchets would be fun up there too. Zaire, you stay there. Archers, that's good. Maybe we want to have archers on the other side though. We actually have Kife Huntsman here. Let's see here. Mordag Fishermen. We'll put you guys right here for now. Off of fire at will. Zaire Marines, off of fire at will. We will try to hold this area as well as possible. Let's actually take you guys and put them here, and you guys can stay right there. I think that'll be best. Although, what's on this tower? Heavily armored, shielded Dunlanding, so our arrows aren't going to work against them. Our arrows are best used against the unarmored guys. We'll leave these warriors up here if we can. That'll work. And then we'll want to hold footmen up on this hill. Probably in a shield wall. And then footmen also up here. And then who does that leave? Zaire. These guys will do well enough at defending the line. And then we'll put these guys right there. Alright, perfect. Alright, Ballista, can you guys get up there? Or actually would a better use be just to shoot up here? I think it might be better just to go up here, because this thing does have a little wall, so maybe a ballista wouldn't work here. Maybe a catapult is the best bet. Alright, well, archers, make sure you're off of fire at will. Never have your archers at fire at will unless you know what you're doing, which I do not. There's not really any good targets, so I guess we might as well just shoot at the shielded warband. Hopefully kill a couple of those. I mean, they do have 5 armor and 5 shields, so it's kind of a waste of arrows. Although, I mean, you will kill the odd number here and there, so it's not that bad, actually. See, have you guys maybe shoot at these axemen? Like, maybe have everyone on these axemen would be a good call. Ife, yeah, shoot at those axemen. Actually, yeah, just keep shooting at these warband. We're actually doing okay enough damage. Maybe we can get them down to about 60 men, and then we'll be able to comfortably defeat them on the battle map. Although they're getting less effective now. Ballista, can you shoot that tower? If you guys want to shoot at those warband, that'll work for me. Yeah, please start shooting at something else. Most of these Eisenbach X-Men have taken damage already, so this is good. Alright, pull off Kife. Hopefully this ballista can just not miss and hopefully kill the siege tower. I don't know what they were aiming at there. Sorry, just keep shooting at Dunlanding berserkers. That's a good enough target. We might want to pull them off now because they can't shoot there. Oh, well, here come the warband, so we're going to have to fight those guys now with our Kife. Let's hopefully get these guys down, though. Maybe they can get off in time. You guys keep shooting at those Dunlanding berserkers, though. Still have 176. That is a lot to kill. Dunlanding warband are going to be tired from climbing up these ladders, and they are shaken. We use... Oh, he doesn't have war cry. That's right, he's just a regular dude. Okay, so that doesn't help. Ooh, Ballista actually somehow got these guys. That's cool. You guys run up here. Ballista, keep shooting that tower. It's almost like it's aiming for the guys inside the tower, rather than the tower itself. Killed quite a few of those berserkers, so that's good. Dunland Warband are actually wavering, though. We've done a lot of damage to them. Come on, Ballista, are you going to shoot? Here they come. Can they actually... Oh, yes, they can pierce the guys on here. And the tower is on fire. Okay, this is really good. If the Dunlandings die on this tower, we're going to get a lot of kills. Especially if they stay kind of bugged out like this. Yes! That, oh my goodness, that killed half of their unit. That is actually perfect. Alright, Ballista, move up now. Get about there.
The walls are no longer ours. The enemy have taken them.
That is so perfect for us. Azrael archers have used up all of their ammo. Question now is, what else can we do with this ballista? Who apparently killed a few of its crewmates. That's not good. See, how have we not killed all of these warband yet? There's still 31. It's really tempting to chuck in some javelins, but I know it's just kind of a bad call. Start chucking in javelins down here. As there's javelins flying in, hopefully killing a few of these pikemen. And I wonder if these ballista can just pop up just like that. That'd be really nice. You guys just keep shooting at those pikemen. That's a good call. And hopefully these ballista will be in a very good shot to just fire down now into our enemy. Let's see if this works. Theoretically it should. This is a perfect position. Archers can hopefully kill these pikemen. Hopefully. Mordag Fisherman, go ahead and toss into those berserkers if you don't mind.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Yeah, defeat's fine. You know, I think we'll win. I have confidence here. Ballistas are shooting into the blob now. Not the best shots, but they're making it work. Come on, let's see some of these javelins fly, please. Alright, begin firing into these Dunland berserkers over here. They do have a few Mordag skirmishers that are doing quite a bit of damage to us. If we can just keep up the pressure, though, we will be okay. Here comes a few better ballista shots. Yep, there we go. That's what I want to see. Do we have any, how much reinforcements do we have? We have a couple of Azrazire Marines. Let's send in the footmen now. We have a lot of guys right here that can fight as well. We are getting attacked now. Let's send in our units here while they have a lot of guys still left standing. A lot of Dunherd champions. I'm a little bit worried. Alright, Ballista, start firing at these guys on the wall now. Now you guys please throw out those berserkers down there. Come on, throw those javelins. We need to use all of our ammo like right now. Alright, come on, kill those berserkers please. We need to clear them out of our fighting area here. See, we're killing a few of these berserkers on the walls now. Kife Huntsman did not get to use much of their ammo though, so that's kind of sad. We're about to win this fight though. Azrazar archers can soon come down to flank these raiders. We've killed their general. This is perfect. Mordag, start firing at these guys now. Throw javelins up on the walls. My Marines, you are like my last hope here. There's only 37 of you, but your javelins should be armor piercing, I think. And Ballista's definitely helping us now. Alright, come on, let's try to flank these raiders. Alright, let's deal with these pikemen. Cut the pikemen out of our fight here. We can just swarm these pikemen and get them. Did we break our own walls? Oh my goodness. We actually did. Okay, there goes the frame rate. But breaking that actually killed a lot of the enemy for us. So that is kind of working. Come on, guys. Keep killing those pikemen. We outnumber them by so much. We have a couple archers on these walls here, just keeping the arrow tires firing. Let's switch to those warriors down here, ballista. Oh, and the walls got wrecked completely. There goes our archers. Too we didn't get those Kife huntsmen. They could have done a lot of damage if we had gotten them off those walls earlier. Well, we definitely don't want to break those walls any more than we have. Now we can just use our ballistas on that big blob of raiders. We will win this battle. Okay, come on. That only killed one man. Are you serious? That's what I like to see. 3, 4 kills at once.
The battle seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings,
I would like to see scorpions in this mod, but I'm not sure who would get them. Like scorpion turrets, not scorpion the animal. Like kind of as like a weaker but mobile version and faster firing version of the ballista. You could still consider it a siege weapon, but maybe don't give it body piercing, but give it a high fire rate and high missile damage. And give it, you know, pretty long range. It's got to be effective though. It's got to have good DPS, but of course probably useless at walls. And that was the last shot of our ballista, so now all we need to do is flank our enemies here. Ballista, you're all but spent. We might as well send the crew in. As was our marines charging downhill. Probably not going to do anything though. Ezra Zaire, fight whatever's down here. You guys, what are you even fighting down here? Not much. Form up, please. Let's get a better charge than that. Come on, make a battle line. Fall on border guards, fall out. And charge. Charge, charge, charge. In formation, please. First being in a city. Oh, there we go. Proper charges coming in. Yes. This should make Dunland flee now. Run for your lives, Dunland. You came to the wrong castle. Gotta say, the Ar-Adûnâim bodyguard is probably my favorite in this game right now. I mean, I like the Dunland bodyguard. I guess my top bodyguards are probably Ar-Adûnâim, Dorwinian bodyguard, especially now in version 5, where they are elves and men, so they have both the armor styles, which is very cool. And probably the last one, I'm probably gonna give this to a cavalry bodyguard. Let's see. There's probably Rohan bodyguards are really good, but so are the Kondish ones because they are an armor-piercing horse archer, and I believe that is unique to them. I'll probably put the Kondish horse bodyguard up there. I think that's everyone. I don't think there's anything left fighting. Or if there is, it's probably something to do with these, this siege tower here. There we go. Heroic victory. Who got the most kills? Kife Huntsman, 151, even though they hardly got to use any of their ammo. Ballista, you got 114, but that doesn't count the ones that they killed on that tower. They killed a good 70 on that tower, so good use of the ballista there. Alright, let's ransom these guys. They're not going to pay for it, so that's whatever. But we definitely need to send our reinforcements there really fast. I think this will do it though for the episode. Once we come back to the turn, I'll probably just do our building. And then recruit a couple of units. And we need to clear that guy off of our docks before I forget when I play this again in a couple of days. Come on, pop over that turn. Morio's under siege. That's always interesting. That might be a good target to take just for its riches. Alright, Sackville, please sink Hardang. We need to get him out of here. You still haven't sunk him yet. What are you doing? Oh well. Can't sink them all, I guess. He is a worthy admiral, though. He might be worthy of another ship. Valoran got its practice range. Can we go up to the next one? We just need the Great Hall, which is the next upgrade actually, so we'll grab that. And how many free upkeep slots do we have? We have 1 here, and then 2 there. So we'll grab 1 more. Let's get some Azrazire crossbows. In case Gondor ever wants to send something in this way, we'll have a good defense. And then Enedwythe is down there. That's fine. Yeah, let us recruit immediate reinforcements to Herod and probably repair that wall so that we can use it on the defense. Dunland does have a general there, but we should be okay. Elk food. Let's get some Kife huntsmen from you, and Londare. Let's get some halberdiers. That's a good call. And yeah, I think that'll do it for this episode. We'll deal with the rest of these stragglers in the next one. This has been Sir Ar-Gimilkhad, and I will see you guys on the next one.